look good for your age. What's your secret? You want to know my secret?
Yeah.
First of all, how old are you?
I'll be 30 this year.
30? Oh my gosh, you look like a baby. Anyway, I am. So anyway, what is my secret? I'll tell you right now. I drink a lot of water. I get a lot of sleep. I also had my eyes lifted, a nose job, and my teeth are capped. But I think it's the water, really. Also, I'm a MILF. That's a mom in Los Feliz. And my kid is 17. And yeah, they're a junior in high school. And they go to an art school. I say they because they're non-binary. So there's no confusion. I don't have 4 children or 7 children. Anyway, they go to an art school, which is pretty cool. It's actually a film high school. And yeah, it's neat. They're not, there's no sports. They're not heavy on academics. I mean, sure, my kid can't read, but that's not the point. I mean, sure, my kid thinks the president is Martin Sheen, but still. No, they finally asked me to be in one of their films. It was the Halloween film, and I'm like, yes, definitely, I'll do it. And then my kid said, okay, I just want you to know, you were my last choice. It's nice, isn't it? 17, you guys. My kid turned 17 in January, and they had a Willy Wonka party with balloons and streamers. When I was 17, I was driving across the country with my boyfriend, Bobby Pfeiffer, in a van with a mattress in the back. When my kid was 16, just last Halloween, they went trick-or-treating with a costume, bag, asking for candy. When I was 16, I was fucking the manager where I worked at the Conley's Motor Inn in the pump room because I was the lifeguard. Yeah, Kurt, he was 21, I was 16. Now we call it rape. But back then, it was just going to work. Good times. It's very different now. My kid, look, you all want your kids to have a better life than you, but this is ridiculous, My kid, I'm telling you, last year they went to Disney 6 times. They did, and they went to Universal like 4 times. Disney's very expensive. The free refill on popcorn is $18.99. When I was a kid, I grew up in Pittsburgh, not to brag. I grew up in Pittsburgh, and for summer vacation, my dad would get all 6 kids and my mom in the country squire, and we'd all head east on the Pennsylvania Turnpike to Gettysburg. Yeah, that's right. I went to Gettysburg for my summer vacation. Get out of the car, honey. Look around for a Confederate's boot. Come on, kids. We're going to go get a slave burger and some Lincoln lemonade. Hey, how about a funnel cake in the shape of a cannon? My kid, man, I'm telling you, lucky. Somebody mentioned that they're Jewish. You said that. Chuck, you said that. Yeah. Hey, Chuck. My boyfriend's also Jewish, and yeah, it's great. Well, I mean, it's it is what it is. I mean, there are some differences. Like I like to camp. Like I'm from the camping world. I was even in the Peace Corps. Like I like camping, right? I like the outdoors, and my boyfriend does not. Does not. He told me he did get us a weekend away. He said camping in San Clemente. I said that's great. You mean like at the state park? He said no. It's called the San Clemente Holiday Inn. There is a big war going on. That's true. That makes me think of the war, which is frightening. It gets worse and worse every day. Of course, I'm talking about the war between tennis players and pickleball players. Tennis players up in Griffith Park, they have 34 courts. And they won't share 1 court with pickleball players. I'm not kidding. They won't even share 1 court. I mean, I say, let the people get out and exercise. Let the people play. Sure, pickleball's gay. That's not the point. The tennis players are like, we don't like the clacking of the ball. I'm like, I don't like your fucking face. But here you are. Let's see what else I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, here's something. it was. He was on hospice. It was expected. I did not kill him. But if you've ever been on hospice, I mean, it's interesting. It really is. My dad really got into telling jokes toward the end, like he would say, honey, come here. Honey, come here. A duck walks into a pharmacy for some chapstick, and the clerk says, can I put that on your bill? That's pretty funny. Honey, where does the 38D bus stop? About here. Anyway, finally at the very end, he's like, do you have any jokes for me? And I'm like, well, this is pressure, because this is like deathbed and everything. And so I was like, okay, let me think. Okay, I got a joke for you, Dad. Dad, how do you make a woman scream twice? You fuck her in the ass and then you wipe it on the curtains. Oh, grow up, all of you. Joe's parents are here. Hey, guess what? My dad, he died laughing. See, that's the good news. Growing up in Pittsburgh, the youngest of 6, I'd pretty much have to be on fire to get any attention, obviously. And also, I have 5 older sisters, so my parents wanted a boy, by the 6th child. Yeah, I think they pretty much wanted a boy. In fact, my father, he called me Christopher his whole life. And my mother had me circumcised. So that was weird. Hey, I haven't had alcohol in over 8 months. Did I tell you that? I know. It's very exciting. I drank for 40 years. Frankly, I'm not thirsty anymore. Is what happened. But sometimes I realize, I'll be looking in the refrigerator like, oh, look at that. There's a lot more space in the refrigerator. Or like, oh, I don't have as many recyclables. The recyclables. Or like earlier, I was like, I haven't shit my pants all day. So, it's a good thing. I used to be a flight attendant. Do you fly, sir?
Yeah.
Not you, Zach. Do you fly, sir?
Yep.
Yeah, everybody flies, of course. When I flew, though, it was a long time ago. I flew for the Wright brothers. I don't care. No, I flew for an airline called U.S. Air. Do you guys remember that? You don't remember that. It's okay. Some people go to U.S. Scare. I'm just saying. I don't know why. I was only in 14 accidents. And there was a lot going on back then, flying. There's a lot of advantages now. For one, there's credit cards on the plane. I'm not kidding. When I flew, there were no credit cards. So you'd be, going up and down the aisle collecting money. It was always cash for alcohol and stuff. So $5, $4, $5. You put the money in your pocket, put the money in your pocket, put the money in your purse, in your suitcase. By the time you're done flying after 3 or 4 days, you could have $1,000. You got to turn it in, man. Turn it in. And I'm not saying flight attendants stole money. I'm not saying that happened. But I do have a small boat in the marina, and I named it Headsets.